As our tale continues, our brave adventurers found themselves in the heart of a Mind Flayer lair. They confronted an undead elder, its psychic might rendering most of them incapacitated. Yet, in the depths of their despair, the elven blade singer Erin wielded her radiant sun sword Dawnbreaker, and with a decisive strike vanquished the undead elder. But their victory was short-lived. From a sinister portal emerged the demon lord Orcus, his presence filling them with fear. But as the adventurers braced for another harrowing clash, dozens of Mind Flayers materialized, and in a stunning display of unity, they combined their psychic strength, overwhelming the demon lord and banishing him back to his abyssal realm. The new leader of the Mind Flayers, recognizing the party's role in ending the corrupted Elder Brain's undead influence, guaranteed they would leave unmolested. Wary and hesitant to trust their new allies of convenience, the adventurers accepted and left quickly. Their journey led them to the hidden tower of the Drow Arch-Mage, Vizeran.
It's the wrong Arch-Mage, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Vizeran.
The Drow Arch-Mage Vizeran. Amidst the arcane relics and ancient tomes, Vizeran revealed his audacious plan to summon all the Daemon Princes and pit them against each other in a cataclysmic battle. For this ritual to succeed, he required their aid in crafting a talisman known as the Dark. After detailing their role in gathering the necessary, he bestowed upon them a helmet of teleportation, and with this gift, they returned to Guantylgrym, hoping that they can restore their fallen comrade, Diathos.
I knew something was wrong the moment I read Gromp Baynor, and I was like, wait a minute. I wrote down the wrong name. Oh well. Yes, you returned to Guantylgrym, and I have it from a different angle this time, which you're all on the correct page, correct?
Yeah, probably. I assume so.
I have Guantylgrym
Yes.
where it's the giant foundry
Yes.
pouring
I see.
instead of the city streets this time. But we left off. We'll just basically start the conversation over. You met up with all of your missing companions. You were abducted, and the rest of them, unsure what to do, went back to Guantylgrym. Now you've met up with all of them again.
Well, like last time, I would take Miriam to the side and describe what happened with Diathos and ask her if there was anything she could do to potentially bring him back.
She would tell you that she herself does not have the power. She has the ability to beseech her deity for a miracle. But to do that, she would have to once again, for lack of a better term, reconnect with her divine power. Something she's been trying to limit this whole time.
Alrighty, and what exactly would happen if you were to reconnect?
Not exactly sure what would happen.
I'm sure your god ain't too happy with you.
I made this choice for personal reason. I believe I told you before that I was a servant of Ilmater,
That you did.
the Lord of the Rack. He sent me into this world to try and ease suffering. But I find that his teachings tend to cause his followers to seek it out.
That is quite
Hypocritical.
Yes, that word. Not a word I am easy. Okay. I haven't even been drinking tonight.
In a past life, she was clearly a common teacher.
You're dead!
And you're stupid!
Silence, Diathos! I haven't lost my mind!
I just imagine like the ghostly head of Diathos.
Oh god, it's Ghost Diathos!
No, just his head. You are weak, Lucas.
I could see Diathos haunting me, actually.
Your grammar is poor.
Well, this won't be much of an issue for you. We can definitely go and find something else to do with Diathos. We do have our options. I want to put you in a spot that would make you uncomfortable.
You can tell she appears torn. When you found me, Lucas, I had given up. I had become an anchorite. I had cut myself off from my god in the hopes of finding new faith. And when I joined you and your companions, I swore to myself that I would try to ease all of your suffering. And I've failed. The Athos is dead. I've seen you turn to stone. And we had to resort to an infernal contract. I want to live up to my ideals. I will beseech Ilmater for a miracle. But I'm not doing it for his sake. I will do it for Diatho. With that, she, well, did you show her the head?
Yeah, got it.
I was imagining him carrying it by the hair this whole time, so...
It's in a bag.
I mean, I haven't
Dripping
told
a little.
anybody else that was in our group besides our actual immediate party.
So yeah, she doesn't know. I mean, she probably assumes that you've got Diatho's body, put away somewhere or something.
All I've got is his head. We didn't exactly have a way of transporting his entire body.
Do you take it out?
Yeah.
At that, she does have a slight look of horror. She was not expecting that.
Could have just been a finger, guy. Didn't have to be.
No, we need the head. Even so.
Take your finger.
Well, that's Griffle.
Griffin would have taken 2 fingers, one for himself and one to bring back.
What is a souvenir?
I wonder what happens to this when he comes back.
Exactly.
Or science.
Isn't that like like the law of starfishism or something? I forget what it's called. I have to Google things now.
If you try casting resurrection on 2 separate fingers, do you get 2 back?
No, being as the soul has to inhabit one body, but you would just
If you
have
have 2 bare body laying around.
that basically
A
be like
good
the cloning.
Diathos and an evil Diathos?
The soulless husk of an evil Diathos.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with cloning.
This turns into Army of Darkness.
Sounds good. Do that.
I'm badass, and you're good at it. You're good too.
Misty Pari Itty?
Eh?
I will copy it and I will paste.
What starfish do?
Oh. Is it
Is it
parody?
parody? By the
Yeah.
looks of things. Nonetheless, Sister Miriam will take the head of Diathos, and she will reveal her full true form as she begins to glow with divine light and begins to commune with her god. She kneels down
Light.
beside the head, her hands glowing, and she says a prayer. Ilmater, hear my plea. I come before you, not simply as your humble servant, but as one who truly seeks to alleviate suffering. Grant me the power to restore this fallen soul, for the sake of those who care for him. A soft ethereal light begins to envelop her, growing brighter with each word, and you can feel the temperature in the room rise, a sign of Ilmater's presence. I have walked away from your teachings, choosing a path I believed right. In this moment, I ask for your aid. Not for myself, but for Diathos, for Lucas, and for those whom I promised to protect. The light intensifies, a gentle, comforting warmth spreads through the room, and you all feel a sense of peace. Uh-oh, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, my voice mod suddenly gave me a notification that it couldn't detect my audio.
We hear you.
But at that very moment, a deep, powerful, resonating voice, but also one filled with compassion, echoes through the chamber.
Miriam, my child, you have shown great strength and compassion. Your actions, though turning from my teachings, have not gone unnoticed. I grant you this miracle as well as bless you thrice-fold for your perseverance and dedication to alleviating suffering.
With that, the brilliant light moves from Sister Miriam and begins to envelop the head of Diathos. It becomes blindingly bright, and none of you are able to see, but when the light finally fades, you see Diathos laying before you, fully restored. He takes a breath, and then his eyes open.
Does he have his clothes on?
You guys, look out! I think they're onto us.
No, it only brings back the body. It does not bring back his equipment.
Right. You,
I told you to take my clothes.
Yeah, we did. You, have a good nap there, buddy? As I hand him his pants.
Apparently, I am somewhere else.
Yeah, we escaped. You did not.
I can't believe that worked.
So I will get dressed.
There should also be something in your journal now, under handouts, because you didn't
Yes.
come back just normally.
And, nope, not that. Okay.
You found it?
Yep.
Alright. Ilmater has bestowed an extra gift upon you.
An even bigger libido!
It should be noted that you do come back without any of your madnesses or anything. You've been restored to your proper self.
I think the sex madness was the only madness I had. So less libido.
Anyways, I, kept all your gear for you. So, might as well start handing that back to you.
Yeah, I have questions, but I suppose we can answer those later.
Over a couple drinks.
Yeah. Where are we?
Well, we're back at Guantylgrym. We got a lot to catch up on.
Yes, I suppose we'll save it for later. First of all, Miriam?
She simply nods.
Do I innately know that she...
Oh yes, you know
assisted?
exactly what happened. You are aware of how you were brought back and why.
Well, I certainly owe you a debt that I can't repay. Not for lack of trying, mind you. I will do what I can, but thank you.
She shakes her head. It would seem Ilmater has taken my time as a penance of its own. And as such, I am blessed thrice-fold.
I don't quite understand what that means, but I hope that this doesn't put you out to anything.
Quite the contrary.
Right, well, I never been much of a religious man, but I suppose I also owe thanks to Ilmater himself.
She half nods.
Well, I think it's about time we go have some fun. Head on back to one of them taverns. Being as we can't quite see the king yet, and we got time.
Mr. Miriam uses her shape change ability to make herself look mortal again. But anyone else doing anything?
Nope, I'm just gonna follow the rest of the group.
I'm gonna go up to Aaron and tell her give me the wand.
The what?
What a Orcus.
The wand! I want it. I
Oh,
craved it. I need it.
no, I don't think you do.
I do. I need the power.
So, yeah.
It would probably kill
Yeah.
you, so no.
I can't die. I'm invincible. He won't kill me.
In terms
True.
of players that would be able to wield it, yeah, he'd be the best option.
I'm the only one who can wield it.
Why?
Because he can't die.
One hit.
Isn't there just an outright death thing, though?
No.
Nope, not with the way it's written.
Damn it, yeah.
I thought there was one
Oh,
that's outright
on a
death.
failed-
Yeah, on a failed save, you just straight up die and become a
Dies.
zombie.
Rises as a zombie, yep.
Yeah, but
But I thought we talked
Technically
about
can't
last
breathe.
week that his...
He can take the damage, but if it's the one that's outright death,
Okay.
that could kill him. But he can't come
And
back as
just
undead.
yeah,
Yeah.
But he would just be dead.
Yeah, he just dies.
Yeah.
He doesn't come back to
Just
his
bring,
own.
bring somebody who raised up the dead. I'll be back in life.
As long as someone can cast Raise Dead, you don't need the diamonds to raise back Zed.
Yeah, I take no materials.
Yep, Zed can be raised back as many times as
So
you
what
want
you're
without
saying
any
is
material.
Vedic and Zed could literally just sit in a room together,
And keep trying to attune to it.
and he could just sit there on the floor, and Vedic just slaps him on the back, get back up.
I'm just gonna lay there.
For as many spell slots
I don't
as
know
Vedic
if
is
I'm-
willing to use up.
Chris, I don't know how I like the sound of that.
I don't like the sound of that either.
Constantly just
You know how traumatized Vedic would be?
out shooting, eyes glazed over.
He can't see it anymore. It hurts him.
Zed spends an hour trying to attune to it, and all of a sudden you just see him like start having like cardiac arrest as he falls over and spasms. And then like, clear. All right, another hour.
That's how I imagine it too. Yes, let's get to some drinking.
Wait,
Alright.
which spell would I need for that?
Raise Dave.
Any Raise Dead spell. Revivify,
No, yeah.
Raise Dead, Resurrection,
I do
any of
have
those.
Raised Dead.
Any of those, I mean, you have access to every cleric spell that's within your level.
Yeah,
Well,
You just have
yeah,
to
I was
choose
just
to
like
prepare
looking through. I was
You
just
just
like,
gotta-
oh.
reorganize your sail.
Mhm.
Well, at level 9, you definitely have at least Revivify. More importantly, where's my lady? Where's Eldeth?
Eldeth is not here,
Well,
but
if I remember correctly,
Somewhere.
Eldeth was busy doing something for the king.
Alright.
And, your lady's just outside the door.
I run to her.
and she is very excited to see you.
Probably a good thing we didn't tell her that you were dead. I didn't say that until... Well, I said it to him, not out loud enough for her to hear.
I have her pick me up and we hug.
She is ecstatic, though it doesn't show much because she still has not gained back most of her emotions. For how much she has gained back, she's quite ecstatic.
Sorry for my disappearance.
Find the right spot. Not too many things here.
No, can I get it? No, yes, maybe. One or the other. I'm gonna get it.
Oh, darn, you know, I think I lost it.
I'll
I
find it.
thought you just put it in your bag there.
I took it.
I'll go see you, babe, if I have to. Watch you for it.
No.
Did you say you'll fight her? Did you punch her or fight her?
I thought he said I'll punch you for it.
That's what I thought too.
No, I have to
That was what I heard too.
I'm sorry, I've been sick since last week. Leave me alone.
I mean, I guess either way, it would end up being a punch.
Oh no, I would spear her. Spear. Then made me hit her with an axe. Both axes. +1 and another +1.
Okay, I think that one needs to go.
Oh, no.
Bloodthirsty. More than he already was.
I'm like I like to place on fire.
Now he's becoming an arsonist.
Oh yeah, or alchemist fire.
Who gave him those?
I also have that.
Vedic, did you give those to him?
I picked him up probably before he got his.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know where I have mine, but I got him.
Where did we have to go?
What do you mean?
Were we summoned somewhere?
Well, we're heading to the tavern.
Alright.
We ain't exactly been summoned, and we ain't exactly getting an audience anytime soon today. King's a little busy. Oh, and, Orcus might be out of the picture now.
Quite a lot to talk about indeed.
Yeah.
As well as I probably also have to spend time attuning all to my magic items.
Yes, you will need to do that.
So we head to the tavern? Or are we gonna try and get Brian attuned to that wand?
No!
One or another.
That's gonna
I'm
be
gonna get it.
between Zed and Aaron. I ain't having nothing to do with that thing.
Like any magic artifact wielded by great evil, I have to assume it will warp the mind of its user.
Pretty sure Zed's already warped enough.
I know my voice in my head won't matter.
What?
Another
What?
voice in his head won't matter. Nonetheless, you go to a tavern, or no, a tavern or a bar, either, whichever you choose. And unlike in previous occasions, your iron golem tries to get through the door and follow you in, whereas before normally she would just wait outside for you.
Hey, my cousin. These doors.
She tries to go into the tavern.
She tries to get inside through the doors. I mean, it's dwarven architecture. They have a tendency to build big doors, so she can usually fit. But they have small tables.
They don't have like a outside patio kind of thing.
No.
Well, do they got music at least?
Oh, of course they have music.
Well, gonna have a few drinks, fill the Athos in, then dance with the ladies.
By the way, for all intents and purposes, while we're outside of battle, I will always have that thing activated on my...
I feel like that's kind of cheating.
Now I'm curious.
Well, I'm looking at the last part of it, and it's just like, well, I need to at least always have it on someone.
Yeah.
If we ever run into a point where we're ambushed and I get shot by a heavy crossbow,
Well, depends on if the ambush succeeds.
you don't understand, Sam.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Nonetheless, eventually during your time here at the tavern, she has heard about what happened, and Eldeth joins you. Diathra.
Well, I'll give her a big hug.
She, for lack of a better term, shoves you out of your chair and pushes you to the floor.
Alright.
I thought you were dead! And by the sounds of things, you were!
I just turn around and start drinking from my mug.
Remember number still in the wand. But it comes down to it.
And your iron golem takes a step forward and begins taking a combat stance.
Well, Amika, I've already told you Eldeth is like family. And she has every right to be upset. I made a poor choice, and it cost me my life. Though I did it in service of my friends here, and though I would try to avoid dying again, I'd probably make that choice again. It is by intervention of these said friends that I am back again amongst the living. I obviously owe them a debt I can't repay.
Eldeth continues to just stand there looking down at you. She's trying to put on a face of being angry, but you can tell that she's actually more just upset. And a part of her is also happy that you're back, obviously.
I will get up and then take her hand if she'll allow me. And seeing as that I've now experienced once, I understand that this adventurous life isn't necessarily what I want. When this is all over and the demons are put to rest, I would like you to travel with me, see these lands and all that they have to offer.
With that, Eldeth actually does shed a few tears.
Of course, make time to visit your friends and family, as well as my own. But life, especially mine, is too short to waste. And so, spending it with you, with Amika, that's what I want now.
Again, teary-eyed, Eldeth looks up at you. We dwarves take vows very seriously, so I plan to hold you to your word, Diathos. And Moradin, help me. If you end up dying on this crazy adventure trying to defeat the Demon Princes, I'll see that you're raised again so I can kill you myself.
If I ever break your heart, do it twice. And make sure I feel it the second time. But for as long as I live, I want to spend all of it being happy with you. And then I'll embrace her and we'll kiss and that'll be it.
She returns a heartfelt embrace and tells you that she has to get back to her duties, but she
Of
looks
course.
forward to seeing you again later. And then your Iron Golem looks back and forth between you and Eldeth leaving.
Apologies for the scare, Mika. Emotions between mortals can be volatile. But I promise it was done, I suppose, in the best of ways.
Dost thou prefer her company?
In which way do you mean?
Seeing thee with her, it doth stir emotions I cannot comprehend.
Well, just as I made a promise to her, I'll also like to make one to you. I want to see you fully restored, to help you understand this world and your emotions. And as I said, I would like for you to travel along with us. And no, I don't see her that way, guys.
I said nothing. I was expecting Joe to pull an Edie on you.
Edie?
Mass Effect.
I don't remember.
Mass Effect 2. The
That's
robot.
the-
Yeah, I know,
I-
but I'm not sure like what the reference specifically is.
You can romance it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I'm never
that's why-
romance
that's why
Edie,
it's
so I have no
reserved
idea.
I thought
That's
you
why.
were-
That's why it's reserved for you.
I romanced Edie.
Of course, you're so brutal.
I've played through those games like 6 times. Tally every time.
I romanced Tally. Tally is best girl, but I like Edie as well. But nonetheless,
We're friends, you and I. For as long as I live.
The first time or the second time?
As many times that it takes, I suppose. There's no guarantees in this life.
Well, not especially when we're up against Daemon Princes.
Yes, that does do a number on one's health.
It is difficult to see thee with her.
Then, I'm honestly a little surprised. I was... Well, let's say we help you figure out more about yourself and see how far along you progress. And should these feelings continue, then we should have a more serious talk about them.
she simply nods. Everybody else is enjoying their drinking.
Oh no, I was fine on stealing. Ron.
And Zed is plotting,
Ron.
but does anyone else do anything on this day before you get to see the king the next day?
Nope.
Nope,
Just
just having a good
drink.
time.
Have fun.
Just to tune into all my stuff, I guess.
Obviously, you're given rooms in the great city of Guantylgrym. You're able to get a long rest, and the next day, you are able to once again have an audience with King Brunor.
Yep. This should be interesting.
So you've returned, and from what I've been told, you escaped the clutches of those cursed mind flayers. So what do you bring to me from the depths of the Underdark?
Well, don't exactly say it's good news, but here's a slight light at least. At least cross off Orcus from the list of Daemon Princes out and about.
You've killed a demon prince! I knew I chose the right people.
Definitely leaving out that the Mind Fighters did all the heavy lifting.
We made it possible. We were the catalyst. Well, you
You
were
didn't
the
know that you were
catalyst.
dead.
I was
You
dead.
were dead.
But, arguably, if I wasn't the one to die, someone else would have.
Yeah, it probably would have been said.
Somebody's brain was getting eaten.
And as proof to our claim, we do happen to have his wand, if you want to say it's a wand.
He raises an eyebrow at that.
I wouldn't have said that. But okay. I'll just tell him I am keeping it for safekeeping until we can figure out how to properly destroy it.
Or seal it away.
Whichever
No
comes
easy matter.
first.
No easy matter, I assume. Demon
No.
wand of Orcus himself.
But it seems that all the other Daemon Princes, besides Loth, are out and about from the Abyss.
That's a lot of demons. What do you plan to do to kill the rest of them?
Yep. They're gonna get into a big old royale
Really?
to find ourselves a ally that has a way of getting them all together.
You found someone that's going to have all the demon princes get together and fight each other, you say?
Yep.
And who exactly says that they can wrangle all the demon princes out of the abyss and make them do that?
Well, that'd be Arch-Mage Vizeran.
I'm not familiar with this Vizeran. Care to inform me who that is?
He'd be a bit of a drow.
I wouldn't have said that either. You're saying all the wrong things tonight.
How am I saying all the wrong things, Aaron? I'm telling the king exactly what we were told to do.
A plan to bring together all the demon princes, have quite the scuffle, I'd imagine, and this plan is hatched by a drow. My instincts tell me to be cautious.
Well, it's not like I trust the drow myself, but it's better than us hunting down each one and attempting to at least take them out.
He furrows his brow and contemplatively strokes his beard. I suppose desperate times call for desperate measures. So this drow, Vizeran, I wouldn't trust him easily. But I remember the deeds of another drow that I have come to trust. So if this Vizeran's intentions are true, then I will trust the potential for a good outcome.
Well, that's all we can really hope for, isn't it?
Aye. Let's hope that he's a little more like my friend of old than most of his kind.
You're talking about the Saladrins?
The what?
Never mind.
Perhaps you've heard the story of Dritz Duerden.
Nope.
Vin,
I mean-
you're probably a little too young, but I don't
As a
think
player, yeah.
I quite recall
character.
myself.
I mean, how well is this story known?
I mean, in universe, he's a legendary figure that's been, has stories told about him.
So, a Saladrin, like I said.
Dritz is proof that not every dark elf is born a lion, thieving, demon worshipping knife ear. I suppose they're not born knife ears, but that can't be it.
I shrug at that comment.
He gives a nod to Aaron as apologetically.
Yep.
With that, he stands up from his throne. If that's all you have to report, I say go out. Figure out how to summon these demons and bring an end to this incursion. You have my blessing to pursue this plan of Vizeran, but stay vigilant. You have the support of Guantylgrym with you, and may Moradin's hammer guide your path. And with that, you are ushered out of his throne room.
Yep. That went alright.
Should we perhaps inquire about the state of the forges? Perhaps we can make better equipment.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'd like not to die.
Yeah, I'm sure if he died again, hell, it'll come from my head next.
Well, the Great Forge is active. It is still not back to what it once was. They can make lower level magic items. And, obviously ones that are dwarven made.
Still weapons and shields.
Basically. I mean, it's a forge.
Yeah.
They don't make wands or cloaks or things like that. But if it's something metal, they could probably make it.
No, I need starved leather.
And one can't be metal?
I mean, they could be, but that's not really their style. They're weapon and armor smiths. They're not wand makers.
What's technically a weapon?
Dwarves think wands are silly.
Well, so do I, but after you poke some of that out, I'll use it.
Do you have any other business within Guantylgrym?
Well, being as the Pifwaris are not exactly helpful.
The Pawithawee?
Pifwaris. Don't like speaking like that. Childlike. Anyway, since they're not exactly useful to us because they are drow make and Aaron has Dawnbreaker, we have tried to find a seller or a buyer. Unless someone wants to keep a Pwifwi.
Folks give me a rash up my arms.
Yeah.
What's a Pawithawee?
Pawithawee. Or maybe it's pronounced Pawafwi.
I don't know, I just know
Something
that they're
like that.
cloak. Yeah.
It's the drow cloak of element.
So, yeah, it disintegrates over time with
Sunlight.
Dawnbreaker being out.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna keep mine because if I'm wearing it, then I don't have to roll at disadvantage.
You did just hear me that if you're next to Aaron, since Dawnbreaker is always out, it's going to degrade.
Yes, I
Far
did
enough
hear
away
you.
from Aaron.
Yeah, and it loses its magical effect if it's in within 1 hour. So just gotta stay far enough away.
And how far is your light?
30 and 30, so 60 feet.
So you're going to be staying 60 feet away from us at all time.
Well, just from Aaron.
Yeah, mirror. Well, see now. Wait, what if I'm above her because I have the carpet?
If
Because
you're
you'd be
within
above her in the
range of her
carpet,
light, it will.
But will the carpet act as a barrier between him and that light?
Exactly.
To a degree, yes.
See,
See,
you gotta think outside the box.
I'll put you in a box.
I'll put you in a box.
Oh, yeah, that was
Let's take you next time.
That was the thing I forgot to mention. Vizeran gave you an item to keep the beholder's eye fresh in, because the beholder's eye would otherwise be quickly.
Okay, sweet.
He basically gave you a refrigerated box.
They're fine.
He gave you a cooler.
Nah, I wrote down frig box. It's a frig box. Alright. So does anybody else want a Pwifwi?
No, give me I tell you. I spit at you.
No, I need to find a diamond.
You mean like this?
Oh, it only loses its magic if exposed to sunlight for 1. Okay, so there's a big workaround.
What's that diamond worth?
500.
Yes, like that.
Where are you gonna find one of them?
I don't know. Just gonna go see. Just in case,
I will give you the diamond. As I hold on to the rest.
I mean, it's just, a good thing if I have,
I know,
diamond,
'cause
just in
That way you
case.
could actually raise one of us again. As long as no brains get eaten. Alright, so if nobody else wants one of these things, I'm gonna go sell them.
Oh, but I
We
want
will.
one.
Specifically, Joe.
One of these days.
Weebo, specifically.
Yeah, I have not watched that in years. I don't remember anything from it.
And Flubber, the scientist, has a little
Yeah.
flying drone thing that loves him and spies on him and projects that holographic image of the woman he loves, trying to get closer to him. Eventually sacrifices herself to save his experiments, and then
Such a
downloads
sad part.
a bunch of data and inputs it into a new one of her, basically just all the best moments that she remembers of them spending together, and it basically becomes their daughter.
I just remember the absent-minded professor.
That was good.
She loved him, but he loved another, and it was difficult for her to see that and tried to break them apart.
Now I gotta go watch Flubber. Thanks.
You're welcome.
As per usual, I'm more familiar with the original.
There was a remake of Flubber?
What was the original Flubber?
The Absent-Minded Professor.
It was great.
Oh, by that. I was thinking you meant the Absent-Minded Professor as the character in Flubber. But,
The original Disney movie, The Absent-Minded Professor, where he creates Flubber, a chemical that allows his car to fly.
Very good movie.
So it got adapted later then into Flubber?
Yes.
Gotcha.
But anyway, so are you actually you're selling some of the Puifui?
I'm selling 5.
5 of them.
Yes.
I mean, basically,
Very
he was
lots
just
to
kind
keep
of
this.
throwing them at the party.
Does anyone want these? If not, I'm selling them.
God, I'm just quitting. It's spring quitting.
They will buy them for
Oh,
100 gold
yeah.
each.
Nice. Alrighty.
Right. Anything else in Guantylgrym?
What kind of armor does Sister Miriam currently have?
Angelic.
Okay.
I can't even use Pawifui.
Yeah, I said that.
No, it requires attunement, and I'm already attuned to all my max things. Well, I guess I could get rid of the Hat of Disguise. Because I got the Helm of Teleportation, the Tentacle Rod.
You just need to get that magical item that increases your attunement slots by 2.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, is there anything else happening in Guantylgrym?
Nope.
I mean, what does Eldeth's gear look like?
She's got alright gear. But the thing to remember is, if you're using the Helm of Teleportation from here on, you can only bring with 3 NPCs.
Which
Is there a restriction on those kinds of NPCs?
There's no restrictions, but you can only bring with 3 other characters now, because the party's already 6 people, and the helmet can
Damn
only
it.
teleport 9.
And I thought
Because
the lady counts
Little
as
John's
2.
gonna want Lady counts as 2? God damn it.
So
Well,
we already
check
have
out the side.
Althea.
How many charges does the helmet teleportation for?
3.
Per day.
Per day? Where are we going?
To kill purple worms.
Well,
Several places.
not technically killing, it's stealing the egg.
The place you know about for sure is the Purple Worm Nest.
Yes.
Didn't they say that there was another thing in that area?
Yep.
Yes, there is
Beholder.
also a
The
Beholder
Yeah.
that lives somewhere in the Purple Worm... the Worm Writhing thing.
So, I mean, if we really need to, I could teleport us to the tower that was near there.
Yep.
Teleport back, pick up whatever other NPCs that we needed, and then teleport back, and then we'll just have to wait a day.
Though, do we actually need to use the help teleportation to go back to that? Because he has a magic circle there, and there's a magic circle here. Can't we just use a magic circle to go to that one?
Oh, somebody would have to cast Teleport.
Which is what the helm's for.
I thought the magic circle was...
The magic circles allow you to cast Teleport and have a 100% success chance of getting to where you're going. The circles don't cast Teleport for you.
Well, maybe they should.
Sorry, no
We
button.
need more ascension circles.
No button to just push.
No, they'll be sentient. Ah, why they gotta make things complicated, Sam?
Yeah, we're gonna step on it. Poof, we're done.
Oh, it's a sentient circle.
I
Yeah.
want a sentient circle.
I
Let
want
it talk back to us. Tell us to get off of it.
Well, yeah, you piss it off, and it sends you in the exact opposite direction.
Exactly.
You ask it to teleport you and all your friends, and it just responds with,
No.
No, I was expecting more
No.
than that voice. No.
So what's the plan?
Well,
oh, magic conch shell.
definitely gonna have to bring Miriam with. I doubt Althea's gonna allow us to leave without her.
Are we trying to be stealthy about this?
Oh, what? Yeah, I would say we're probably gonna try to want to be, but I don't know how well that's gonna go against purple worms.
Well, see, the thing is, as long as it's pitch black, I'm basically unseeable.
Yeah, but
to the ground.
they're blind.
Don't bring it. It's never gonna be pitch black around you. Only your head.
I guess I don't know that as a player, so maybe we should roll some things about that. But I don't know that as a character, so we should roll some things about that. Unless we have it about the worms being blind, having blind sense. I mean, I assume pretty much anything in the ground that lives in the earth has blind sense. But
Well, that's where we get creative, is we do have a magic carpet, and you do have your boots.
and also a genie that can turn us into gas.
That too.
Yeah, and I can also fly multiple different ways, not including the carpet.
By the way, like I said, I don't think Althea's gonna just sit around Guantylgrym. And Miriam's definitely coming with us. So I highly doubt she's gonna take no for an answer too.
She definitely wants to come with. I was gonna say, in regards to learning about the purple worms, you could just go buy a copy of Volo's Guide to Monsters, but we're too early in the timeline. That doesn't exist yet.
Go back to the library.
Yeah.
We'll read it in the future.
Because that doesn't pop up until Chult, Tomb of Annihilation.
Which is a long
He
way
died
from
there
now.
still.
Yeah, we met Vola. He was selling his copies.
Yep,
Yep, we bought a copy.
it's an in-universe item. You can actually buy a monster manual.
Yeah, I was actually curious. Like, I wonder if we looked at it and it was just all wrong.
Alright, so you said 8 people, right?
It can do 9.
Who's gonna last? It'll either be Lyra or Eldeth. Though Eldeth does have her duties here too.
Yeah, I suppose probably best to ask her to see if she's available to go, if she's going to be busy for the time being.
Lyra
Yeah.
has to come with.
Instead of, just walking up, okay, we're leaving, teleport.
Let's go!
She is available to come with.
So Tyler's gonna have to come back, make a second trip.
Alright.
If
So,
we're bringing
take
Lyra,
them
then yeah. Otherwise, I say we head on to Vizeran.
Alright, so who exactly are you bringing?
Here, buddy. Well, actually thinking about it, was there even room for my lady to be there?
No, he doesn't fit in the room where the teleportation circle was.
Yeah, that's an issue. And we also have Aaron's shield guardian, which that doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Actually, how did that thing even manage to figure out to go home? Wouldn't you have to have commanded that?
I'm not sure what happens if the person controlling it leaves. What does the shield guardian do without its controller?
I think it automatically knows where you are and tries to find you.
So there's just a shield guardian running around the abyss. The Underdark.
I mean, I could be wrong, but
No, I think you're right, because in TOA, we didn't know where the shield guardian was, and we had gotten the control rod for it. And then we had it come crashing through the jungle.
Just trying to remember. Does the shield guardian magically know where its owner is?
That might have been a special thing for the TOA one. There was also named shield guardian.
If the person chooses to, they can call out to it and it will magically know what direction to travel.
Otherwise it just stood still, but it's just still out there.
So similar to the one in Tomb of Annihilation, it is just lost somewhere in the abyss, not acting. Basically in the same state that your lady was when you found her.
Unless Aaron calls to it, and then it's gonna start heading
Wandering the
towards us.
Underdark.
Wandering randomly. So at least with TOA, it's pretty much a straightforward over the hills and through the woods.
I mean, it was in a jungle. But yeah, this is the Underdark. It's gonna have to meander a fair bit.
Yeah.
Things are going to be on the move. We're going to be calling out its name. Or calling out to it.
At the very
Sentinel.
least, it doesn't ever have to stop and take rests.
Sentinel to me. 5 minutes later,
Clunk,
Sentinel
clunk,
to me. 5 minutes later, Sentinel to me.
Well, once called, it magically knows where the amulet is.
Oh, okay.
So it would just keep following the direction of the amulet.
Alright, well, we'll see when it shows up, I guess.
Until it walks in the lava.
Are you calling out to it, Aaron?
I mean, would it get here in a reasonable amount of time?
No.
You don't know.
Then no.
We don't know where it is. I mean,
Well, it would've been
technically, we
wherever you
know
got
where it
it.
is. Yeah, but
Which you know is somewhere in the Underdark between Guantylgrym and Gravenhollow.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Either way, let's get figured out and head over to Vizeran so we can get going on this worm hunt.
Alright. You're bringing your core party, essentially.
Yes.
Well.
My lady doesn't fit in the room.
Too bad we don't have reduce.
it doesn't matter. She's not able to make smaller.
That's right.
Oh, technically, his cuffs legs. He adore me.
Need to make her a transform.
We need to give her a spark. Anyhow. So you're teleporting as many people as you can, taking 2 trips, using 3
Is it possible
charges.
to jump off the teleporter? In the middle teleport? Without teleporting, Joe?
Is it possible to what?
Is it possible to jump off the teleporter before teleporting?
You don't need to be on the ring to teleport. The ring just helps you.
Yeah, never mind then. I was to steal the wand and jump off the teleporter.
Little bit.
You teleport to Vizeran's tower, back to his teleportation ring, and you bring your decent-sized party. And he comments, you think you have enough to deal with your tasks?
We can go get more.
I don't think you have any charges left on the helmet.
Wait a day.
Also, that seems like a waste. Every day you spend not killing the demons is another day they get to cause havoc.
Ugh.
Alright, now. How about we go deal with the purple worm?
I would recommend avoiding them. You don't have to kill a worm to get its eggs.
Alright. Now, how exactly do these creatures work, by the way? They see.
What do you mean?
Sense? Are they telepathic?
To my knowledge, they're not telepathic, but I've never tried to link my mind to one. You may attempt to if you wish. As for how they know where they're going, they sense vibrations in the stone around them.
So they don't see.
No, they have no functioning ocular organs to my knowledge.
So if one of us was to fly over there and grab the egg, would be pretty much okay.
That would be the best idea.
Well, look over at Vanek. Mind giving me a ride?
I will note, eggs are heavy.
How
Purple
heavy?
worms are large creatures.
How heavy we talking?
There. How heavy are halflings?
Never picked
Not
up a
that
half.
heavy.
Well, assume similar in weight to... And then he points to Althea.
Not exactly nice to comment about a lady's weight, but
She's a child.
actually a dragon.
What?
Oh, really?
Why do you
Excuse me.
say things? Okay, Sam, I need you to get a piece of duct tape. And I need to put it over your mouth.
Nope.
So you stop saying stupid things to the wrong people.
Stupidity's in his blood.
Apparently.
He is pretty big.
You're telling me that this little girl is a dragon?
That's what I said. I don't make a
Seen
habit
them.
of lying to people.
No, he just flies the truth to everybody he walks into.
Well, either I was gonna say it, or Little John was gonna say it.
I doubt it.
I bet Brandon would have.
I mean, there's a high possibility Althea would just say it herself.
That too.
But is he going to believe it when this random little girl goes, "I'm a dragon"?
Well, there's got to be a pretty good
he might
reason as
when he
to why
says,
we're...
"No, you aren't," and she gets angry and tries to eat him.
There's a very good reason as to why she's down here with us. That'd be the most logical thing, right? Can't be that crazy to bring a child down into the Underdark.
I mean, he would just shrug. I'm not one to judge your parenting skill.
All children grow up in the Underdark. They're fine.
I'm pretty sure they also stab each
Debatable.
other in the back.
But they're fine.
Yeah. The live ones.
The majority of them turn out to be two-faced lying sons of bitches. That would sooner enslave you than give you a kind hand.
A healthy sense of competition is never a bad thing.
Either way, we're getting a little too off topic here.
Agreed, we're wasting time. There are demons wandering around, and it's only a matter of time before they reach the surface. And imagine what they'll do there.
Not exactly what I imagine it.
Then, get going.
Medic, how much did the carpet carry?
What was that?
Carpet. Wait, Max. How much?
Let's see. 400 pounds.
Will the carpet be enough to carry the egg?
I mean, he just said and pointed at Althea, saying it weighs as much as her, and she's small. I don't think she weighs 400 pounds.
I mean, I don't know.
Right now?
I don't know what the if the polymorph actually reduced the weight.
Yes, she is the weight of a little girl.
I was gonna say,
I
Yes.
wasn't actually meaning that. Alrighty. Vanek, you said you could fly.
yes, I can.
Well,
I mean,
Vanek,
technically, you saw me flying.
Alright, we'll send Vanek. And I hate to do this to Diazos, but you're the only other one that can fly besides sister.
I mean, you can use the carpet some more.
The issue would be then if the egg and myself were too much for the carpet. So I'm already half the weight of the carpet. Or a little over half the weight. So it'd be pushing it for the carpet there.
Yeah.
But we could try it.
How far away are we from the worm nest?
A few miles.
A few miles. Oh, your spell would your wings, boots would
Yeah.
fail before we get far enough in.
So I'm probably just going to summon the.
How much do you weigh, Diathos?
Probably going to summon Zafira and just have you turn into clouds. With everything equipped, I weigh 127.72.
And how much do you weigh, Lucas?
I was about to ask who you exactly you're directing at, but 245 with everything I've got.
Yeah, we were all riding it until we got to the things. We're 62 pounds over.
Well, you just fly on your side, wouldn't you? Oh wait, your thing's timed too.
Yeah, my stuff's timed.
Batty.
We just need to
The
lose
way
62 pounds.
wind walk works is you turn to a cloud for 8 hours with a fly speed of 300.
Okay.
Fly speed of 300. It takes a minute to go back into your physical form, but then you also can take another minute to go back into cloud form. So theoretically,
That would
all
work,
you need
yeah.
to do is to go in there as the clouds, jump out, put egg on carpet, carpet can lift egg, go back into clouds, get out.
Yeah. But do we have a way to keep the egg on the carpet while it's flying?
I mean, it's a magic carpet. I guess I just kind of assumed things wouldn't be able to fall off without being forced to.
I always thought of it as like, just fine carpet but no rails.
I mean, depending on how much the
Fall off.
egg weighs, I can be on the carpet with it.
Alright, we'll do the cloud out of you.
So you're having her cast
Yeah, so I'll call in Saphira and I'll ask
gaseous
her.
form
Except,
Windwalk.
or windwalk.
Mm-hmm.
Zed or John, do you want to go? 'Cause I'm just realizing we're going to need someone with good strength.
The Windwalk works up to 11 creatures. I mean, technically, we all could.
Yeah, we could all go just in case something,
Yeah,
you know,
we'll
the
all
fan.
go then. Okay. I didn't know it could do the 11 creatures, but yeah, if we can do all 11, let's go. But we stay off the ground until we've taken that egg, or if we have to get into a fight. Oh, well, no, because that'd be a minute.
It gives you a flying speed of 300 feet. What does that translate into, like, per day?
Per day?
Because you're traveling miles.
Oh, true. So last 8 hours.
3 miles an hour. Or no.
I mean, 300 feet per 6 seconds, right?
Yeah, no, I'm misreading something.
3,000 per minute.
Jesus Christ! Fucking zoo!
Yeah, it's a lot. How many, what is it, 5,000 what? Miles? 180,000 feet per hour. By 5, what is it, 2...
That's a lot.
I mean, it is a level 6 spell, so...
34 miles per hour.
You're traveling 34 miles an hour? That's actually really crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it is a level 6 spell. So only a really high level druid would normally get access to this. Because it is a druid only spell.
Such a useful spell for traveling.
Well, if that's the case, you'd be able to get into the worm writhings. But the thing is, knowing where you need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you can hover. It does specifically say you're able to hover. You don't have to just zoom in.
No zoomies.
And you are able to dash.
Oh my gosh.
If you wanted to double that speed.
You can actually be going 60 miles an hour.
It's ridiculous. So, yeah. We need a guide to bring us there, don't we? That's what you're saying?
No, you just
We're
need
gonna be
to...
searching.
Yeah, you need to be looking through the worm writhings to figure out where the nests are.
Yeah.
How long does your dark vision, when you gift it to others, last, Tyler?
1 hour.
And how far are we approximately from the nest? Does the wizard fill us in on that?
Check. Probably between 50 and 60 miles.
Okay. And obviously, even though we're traveling as clouds, you still need to twist and wind and such.
Yeah, that's a straight line, so more than that in actuality.
So we'll travel by foot, get closer, and then we'll need to figure out when to actually cast this. Simultaneously with Tyler's shared dark. Everyone cool with that?
If we got a plan, we got a plan.
Alright, so Saphira will cast Windwalk on the entire party, and you will start meandering through the Underdark. It's 60 miles an hour, basically. Because, yeah, I found a bunch of other people stating that, yes, you can literally travel 516 miles per casting with this spell.
With dashing and stuff, I take it.
I don't even know if they're including dashing. Yeah.
I think they must be, because mine was just for the 300.
Yeah, it just says 8 hours. 8 hours, you and your party can become cloud-like and move 300 feet, flying, and only use the dash action. You can move 600 feet per round, traveling 516 miles.
Yep.
I mean, obviously it's not a teleport spell, but...
Yeah. The argument that most people make is, like, next level, you would gain access to teleport, and this is a much more... This spell being limited only to 11th level druid makes it more, It's not like it's super accessible. Well, you meander through the darkness, avoiding every single encounter, as you are all just clouds of gas. You're able to go up and down all the tunnel.
That
Just
poor guardian.
anywhere you need to go.
Poor shield guardian.
as he's wandering around.
If he had emotions, he'd suddenly realize that the everyone's just traveling at a certain speed away from him.
Here we go. If you weren't clouds of gas, this is what you'd be seeing. I mean, you do see it, but as clouds of gas. The worm-riding tunnels are perfectly round tunnels, created by, well, the burrowing of the purple worms in this area.
I'm shocked.
Shocked. I'm not that shocked.
Shock.
You see a handful of Underdark life Grix that you're able to bypass. At one point, you see a Drider sitting in a web.
So all the fun thing we would have been killing on the way there.
I'm just because it takes a full minute to go back into cloud form.
I know.
I'm just really hoping that a worm doesn't show up before then.
I know.
Well, here's like player knowledge. Here's the biggest thing. There are miscellaneous other things that happen in this area, but all of them assume you are traveling the worm tunnels as walking around them. So literally, you are just missing out on story events.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Easy
Son of a
is not
bitch.
always the best
Yep.
way.
You miss out on these events, and I'm taking you straight to the nest, because they wouldn't happen.
Because we are clouds.
I'm sorry, guys.
Came up with the idea.
Yeah.
It was a good idea.
I mean, it was. It is a very good way to travel. It's just, it's not something that the campaign
Riders.
takes into account.
That's weird. There was the ring, like the ring itself, actually part of the campaign then.
Yeah, it's just not something that gets taken into account. Like, I mean, it's stated that people don't think about using this spell other than as like overland travel of getting from city to city. It's assumed in the Underdark you are going to walk through the tunnels of the Underdark. But I mean, it should also be noted they didn't expect like the ranger being able to say that they can't get lost or other things like that. There's a bunch of assumptions in the campaign that don't take into account the way players could be built.
Gotcha. Well, I hope we don't miss anything important to figuring all this stuff out.
I mean, Joe can technically just weave it in some other way.
True.
It's going to be pretty difficult if you're just clouds.
I know.
In fact, I'm not actually sure how even the start to this works. Now that you're clouds.
Yay!
We derailed this train.
Derailment has succeeded! Temporary derailment.
I mean, I guess it could technically work, but not quite in the same way. Yeah, especially considering you're clouds.
I assume we were supposed to be attacked by a purple worm.
No, you're supposed to fall through the floor.
Oh. Yeah, that's not even possible.
No, it's not. Like, it makes it so this map doesn't make any sense as for how you would get here.
A stalactite break off and fall onto the ground where we were supposed to be standing.
Oh! We
Hole
just
in the ground. You just choose to go down through the hole in the ground?
Adventure.
I mean, if we're looking through every nook, do we know we're in the nest area by now?
No, see, here's the other problem is you would probably go down there, look around, and be like, oh, there's nothing down here. The assumption is you get stuck in a spot.
Oh.
So we've completely broken this part.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
we
to a
really
degree.
remember.
Huh. Don't suppose your prep had any ideas about this?
No, I had prepped it to run it as it's written. My prep was focused on, what might you do in Guantylgrym or what other things around that. My prep for this was just reading the chapter and figure out, what is supposed to happen.
If you really want, we can just backtrack all this and go through it the way the game intends.
Am I missing someone for the party? I only count 10 people. You said are there 11 people in the party?
The spell works up to 11 creatures.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if we had 11, but...
How about happy medium? You avoid the days of travel needed, but once you get close to where the nest is, you have to get out of it so that you can actually slow down and figure out where the nest is.
That works for me.
Sounds good.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because because you were prepping, and obviously, if you were blowing through all this, we'd pretty much be at the end of your prep before 9. And
Yeah, well, there's an encounter that I will. It's basically just a random encounter. I will skip because obviously you're not going to get any random encounters unless you would choose to go deal with it.
Was it the Drider?
No, it was a lair with like 50 troglodytes.
Ooh.
Troglodyte lair?
So you would wander into a massive chasm where you saw roughly 30 troglodytes on one side of an underground river, staring down another 20 on the opposite side.
Ooh, are they gonna have a fight?
Yeah, it looks like a bunch of troglodytes are going to fight each other.
That sounds actually entertaining.
Yeah.
But would we actually stop to deal with it?
No, we're on a mission.
Oh my lord.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of troglodytes standing on opposite sides of the river, looking like they want to fight each other.
Ding ding ding.
But like I said, the sense of urgency we have would probably prevent us from trying to.
Yeah, so I'd assume you'd skip through that cave and avoid it. There's no story element, it's just kind of a random, hey look, there's troglodytes. In which case, as you're actually traveling through the worm writhings on foot, trying to seek out where the nest itself is, the remnants of a rock fall have opened up a small vaulted cavern along the passage. Apart from the occasional glowing insect scuttling along the walls, it's a dark cavern. But you can find it. Suddenly, a loud voice booms out all around you, speaking in Undercommon.
Turn back, or suffer a death so horrible you cannot. You have been warned.
Yeah, not really, because you cut out for most of it.
Did I?
Turn back, or suffer a death so horrible you have been warned.
Joe, you gotta just turn off the thing, dude.
Seriously?
It's so horrible, he can't even describe it!
Yeah, it's right when you're about to describe.
So wait, it's working perfectly right now, correct?
Yes.
Because I do have... No, I have the voice mod on. I'm using the clean pitch, where it cleans up any background noise. It's just when I switch that it... That's annoying.
It just has built-in sensors, because clearly the terrible death is too graphic to describe.
What if I switch to this one?
Is this one cutting out?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Turn back or suffer a death so horrible you cannot imagine. You have been warned.
Yeah, why did that one work?
That one worked fine.
The first one I'm using is just deep pitch. The second one is called Titan. I don't know why one works and the other doesn't.
Oh well.
Yes, that happens.
Oh, I should mention, everybody, you have 12 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Core members, anyway.
Players.
But I shall mention,
I mean, I guess technically I could have spent 10
Zed has
minutes.
advantage on initiative.
What?
Yeah, Zed has
I-
advantage on initiative.
I can technically do this as many times as I want to. It's just the same creatures can't benefit from it twice in one day. So yeah, I guess give the NPCs at 12 temp hit points too.
Josh. And all we can see is, or heard was just a voice. Can't see
Yes.
nothing.
You don't see anything. Well, I mean, you can make it. You can make a perception check.
Then I'm definitely doing that.
If I could see in the dark.
You make out what appears to be a drow hiding amongst the rubble.
A single drow.
A single drow, looks to be female.
Alright. I'm gonna take out that messaging crossbow. Crossbow. And...
Are you slowly just taking it out?
Yeah, just slowly taking it out, loading it.
To be fair, a big booming voice just threatened us, You mean it might be normal to reaction to pull out a weapon.
Just kind of scan around the area, not actually showing that I know where she is, and then just fire.
Fools! Flee now! This is your final warning!
Did you ever buy blunted crossbow bolts?
Well, I'm not saying I'm firing directly at her. I'm firing near her.
And the fact that both Lucas and Venick...
I see you.
Let's say, Venick, Lucas, you could see this time that she was casting a spell, and you could probably figure out Venick. She's using thaumaturgy to give herself, like, the booming voice, and trying to scare you away.
The way the crossbow works, Sam, is you have to hit your target.
Oh, I have to actually hit them for the message to go off.
Yeah, that's why I said...
Never mind, man. Never mind.
Bolt.
Ooh, I could sneak away from the group and come up behind them, because then they can't see me.
Yeah, you could look like you're turning back. Go invisible, and then...
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll all turn back, but Aaron, I'll have you, try and make it so that I can get into darkness quickly. So I can come up.
You want me to just cast...
You're in a worm tunnel. There's not a whole lot of room.
Could you convince Dawnbreaker to go dark for 30 seconds? Or how far away exactly do you think she would be?
I mean, she's not super far away. The worm tunnels are not super big. You just happen into a spot where there's a hole in the wall where there's some rubble, and she's hiding amongst the rubble.
Okay, so
I mean,
yeah, 30 seconds long. You think Dawnbreaker could do that?
No.
She said no.
I mean, we could just keep walking, and then once we get to that point, have Little John just rush in and grab her.
No, Tyler. I literally cannot be seen if I'm in full darkness. Why would we?
Except that we have a sentient sword that doesn't like what you do.
Like what you do.
Or like what you need to do.
I mean, I was gonna say, tell everyone to turn back around, and then as we start heading out, just lag behind,
we'll
go back around.
We'll do that since... Damn, sword beat. But yeah, so everybody else will turn around. I'll lag behind to the point where I'm in complete darkness, and then get the drop on her.
Alright. So, you have everybody pretend they're going back, and then you, Lucas, go back on your own. And, you already find that as you head back, she appears to be trying to stay back and tail your party. You're completely invisible, so she can't see you.
So yeah, I literally wait until she's right next to me, and then just put my hand crossbow to the back of her head and say howdy.
As she gets closer, you realize that she's like a teenager.
No.
Oh lord. Yeah, no, I still put my hand crossbow to the back, and it's like, not telling me what you're doing.
To which, this time, without her thaumaturgy, she throws her hands up and says, "Please don't shoot!"
And then I'll whistle to the others to come back. Well, that's gonna depend on
Dogs.
your answers as to what you're doing.
Yeah,
And you see that she appears to be... Her gear looks damaged, she is scuffed up, she's bandaged. She looks beaten.
Well, you've certainly gone through hell.
What do you want from me?
Well, for one, I'm trying to figure out what the hell's you doing.
I was traveling.
That was it? Traveling?
I am a dark hunter of House Mizrim.
Does anyone know what a dark hunter is?
I'm assuming something drow.
It is something specifically drow.
I'm assuming to the ranger.
Can we roll for anything on that?
Hold on. I got this.
Hunting.
I got this.
You have her.
14, 25, and a 8.
Why is there 3 rolls?
I know.
Too many
No,
clicks.
she has advantage, so I'm assuming it's a 25,
Yeah.
right?
The 25 is the one I will take. The Dark Hunters are groups of drow that explore the Underdark to capture purple worm eggs.
So I'm assuming Aaron will explain that to us.
Sure.
Basically, you're doing what we were doing,
You're here trying to get purple worm eggs.
among other things.
It is a dangerous task. I am the only survivor of my party, and I was trying to get back to my home in Menzoberranzan.
So why not just ask?
It is generally not a good idea to trust anyone you run into in the Underdark.
She's got a point.
You know what? That's fair.
I have so far managed to frighten away most things.
Yeah, well, we're not exactly easily frightened by things. Not after this stuff we've been dealing with.
Hell, I've
looks
already
into it,
died. But I'm here anyway.
Well, what do you plan to do with me? I am at your mercy.
Not really in the habit of killing kids.
Neither am
Ah. I'll be your slave then.
I'm not exactly in the habit of having slaves either.
I absolutely will not take any slaves.
You don't
How about we
kill
just-
people, you don't take slaves. What are you going to do then?
Oh, we definitely kill
I mean,
people.
I kill some people.
Yeah.
You're not going to
Oh.
kill me, you said.
Oh,
Yeah.
you will kill stuff.
Where
Still
is
early.
your home?
She said,
As
man.
I
I
can
said,
use the Branson, but,
Menzoberranzan.
but I mean, where can we take you that you can make it back on your own?
Closer to Menzoberranzan.
Okay.
Ah, fine. How about this? As long as you don't cause us trouble, you can just travel with us. We got
And then when
business
it's
in
time for you to
Menzoberranzan
go your
anyways.
separate way, you can.
Well, like I said, we have stuff to do with Menzoberranzan anyway, so we'll eventually be heading that way.
Very well. It would seem that I am in your debt.
This
I'm
is
gonna
where
roll
most normal
inside.
people say, "What is
Roll-
your name?"
I'll roll some insight on that, see if she's pissed off about saying that. No, I don't.
mean-
I don't have good insight, but
She seems a little peeved. She also seems like she's peeved about something else.
Well, out of the way, name's Lucas Greylock. That big furry guy there is Little John. Little one's out there, and that's Sister Miriam. The others can pretty much introduce themselves if they want to.
Diathos Vial.
Aaron,
I don't got time for it.
Well, I am Han Hallen, as I stated, of House Mizrim.
what do I know about that house, Joe?
Of House Mizrim, it is. Double check. The 5th Drow house.
Joe, if you're saying anything, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's looking up stuff.
You forget we live in
They-
the same house.
They are. Can you? Is everyone able to hear me?
No, you're cutting out real
Right
bad.
there.
Really? I'm
Yeah.
not even using any voices or anything.
I just better.
How about now?
I mean,
I
at
mean-
the second.
All right. House Mizrim are known for their ability to use illusion magic.
Interesting.
You seem like you're upset about more than just your current predicament.
At that, she looks away and crosses her arms.
Oh, careful, she's on her period.
Oh, well.
No. But after a few moments, she eventually kind of grumbles. The slave carrying all of our food and water dead.
Oh, well. I'll dig around and give her some rations, I guess.
She takes them and eats them greedily. You would assume she probably hasn't eaten for a while or drank.
Huh.
And then I'll offer her a water skin.
Now that I think about it, we didn't exactly leave Guantylgrym with any real supplies, did we?
You've got some. But also remember, you're able to just kind of like teleport around now. So you've literally been in the Underdark for a day.
True. But it just dawned on me that we didn't stock up with like any sort of food or anything.
Unless you spend a very extended period in the Underdark, you probably don't need to worry about food very much. You can just, depending on how long you spend, you can kind of teleport back and forth between places real easily.
Yeah.
That, and we have a cleric, and the genie can also create feasts.
Oh, that's right. So we're gonna have food.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you don't have the big party, you can make enough on your own.
So,
With that, Hane will join the party. You now have a teenage drow following you around. She's angsty and doesn't like you, but she also doesn't want to travel the Underdark by herself.
Yay, an angsty ting. At least we don't have 2 of them.
Alright.
Oh, don't tell.
What?
She, I just now looked, and I think she's another one of those ones where her token is just her name on a token.
Well, that's pretty easy to fix, at least.
Yeah. Okay, good. I did update giving her a unique token. I just like her character sheet in the DM journal is just a token with her name. I couldn't remember if I updated her token. Nonetheless, a few hours later, as you are continuing to travel, you eventually make your way through one of the long, very round worm tunnels, and everything begins to shake, and the tunnel floor gives way at your feet.
Oh no! Something we could not avoid.
Some of you can.
Yeah, I fly.
I mean, I'm on my carpet, so yeah.
Whatever will we do?
Also, the fact that it hasn't been 8 hours, so you can revert back into cloud form.
I take the whole force of the fall.
I attack the ground on my way down.
I do.
Well,
It's gonna hurt more than me by the end of this.
who's going to save... What's her name again?
Well, I'd grab her. I'm not going to cloud form. I just pick my boots.
Yeah.
I'll grab Aaron since I'm floating on my carpet.
Okay,
I mean,
I have
when-
to ask, is it
I would-
long enough fall to transform into a cloud first off?
No.
No, probably
That's
not.
what I thought.
You fall 25 feet, so...
Well,
not
out
a
of
whole lot of
tag is
damage.
you can go into cloud and go out of the hole if you really want to.
Yeah.
Are
But
we
it is-
close to the edge?
To a degree.
Close enough that I can take a
you-
dagger and stab it into the ground and hope to slow down?
You could make dex saves to try and not take damage.
Does Tyler still catch me?
I'll say that if
What
he
did
successfully
dex
makes
save?
his dex save, he does.
No,
I got this.
Oh.
I don't got this.
Do I have to make a dex save to catch the girl?
Yeah.
I just watch everybody
Dang it.
else fall.
Wow.
Well,
Diathos can't roll for shit.
you just came back to life. What do you
Wait, a dex save, or would it be more like a acrobatics or something?
no, I'm gonna say it's the dex save.
God damn it.
So, Hane and Aaron both fall, but Aaron is able to catch herself and not take any damage. Hane falls and lands ungracefully, taking 6 bludgeoning damage. She hits the ground, and she doesn't have very much health. Meanwhile, Little John literally just stands perfectly still, and then he just hits the ground, braces his knees correctly, and you just hear the loud clop.
Superhero landing.
If you want. That's up to him. Superhero landing, or literally just like lands in the exact same position he was in.
Just
when he
lands in
was,
the same position.
Yeah, unfazed.
The ground never moved.
Oh, and Eldath.
And Miriam.
She has wings.
Okay.
Just wait.
Eldath also catches herself. She has a lower center of gravity. She has an easy time making sure that she tumbles and doesn't take the damage. But yes, you find yourself in an underground cavern. Yes, exactly.
Well. Time for an ish.
Not immediately.
I'll give Han Hane.
Hane.
I
I don't know how else to pronounce it. That's the one that sounds right to me.
the only potion I have, I guess.
Well,
No,
hold on. I've got some, dude.
Where are we on the board? My stuff's all wacky.
Oh, I suppose Erin's probably not giving off light, is she?
Why not?
I mean, like, your token's probably not.
Oh.
I don't need it.
I mean, I got dark vision. I can't
know.
see.
Yeah.
For some reason, your dark vision never saves.
It's too cool.
But but
No, you've got dark vision on.
Where are we then? Because I've been going around a black
I don't
screen.
It's the first time I've actually been able to zoom in,
Oh, there we go.
see the icons up close in a long time. And the child drow looks older than Eldeth.
Oh, there I am.
Yeah.
I just used
Well, I used one of Sam's AI images. Also, she's an elf.
Or elves.
I didn't generate an image for it because Sam had a bunch of drow images generated already, so I just used one of
I
those
was very
ones.
bored. I gave Joe lots of token images.
Yeah. And since there was no specific description, she didn't have a token already, I just went with a younger looking drow.
But since you said there's no initiative in Diathos, you hold on to your health potion. I'll give her one of the health potions that I've got, as well as use a cure wounds on her.
Diath is just very protective of children considering his background.
Take off the sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter.
I forget to show that off every time.
Well, she's already back to full health just with your cure wounds.
Oh,
She's a little squishy.
She's a child.
I mean, she's got
Most
some
children aren't.
class levels. She's not a commoner.
does she even have a weapon?
Of course she has a weapon. She's not down
She has a ball.
She has a hand crossbow and a short sword.
See? But
Also,
I bet it's all
she's constantly
made,
shielding
isn't
her
it?
eyes from Dawnbringer.
Right.
We'll work on getting you some sunglasses.
I hand her the sunglasses.
See, we worked on it. Good job. Teamwork.
She is,
We really came together on this one,
Are
guys.
you gonna hand me the wine? Aren't you?
but yes, you are down in these caves.
Well, I guess our new companion will stay behind with Althea in the back line with myself, since she's that squishy.
I mean,
Do
she's a drow egg poacher. She's not meant to be tanky.
I know.
we need me to give people dark vision just in case we get separated or too far away from Dawnbringer?
Well, that'd probably be the best.
Would be.
Okay, I have 5.
You're the one.
I can do 5 people with it.
You need it.
I think you'll do 3, 4.
Who?
Who needs dark vision?
I know
Myself.
John and
Zed,
I
John.
have my own division.
I'm picking you better
Forgetting
one.
about that. Athos, John, Eldeth. No, Eldeth's got her.
I free
I
yours.
assume the bard.
How much do you give? 120?
300.
She's an elf. She has dark vision. So it's just a matter of, do you want to give better dark vision?
Oh, the bard also is an elf.
She is an elf, yes.
Oh yeah, I guess I zoom
Can't
in on
see
it. I
that.
can see it. I wasn't zoomed in, so
Yeah,
She's
let's
a
give her.
half elf. Gives her dark vision.
You mean half elf?
It does give her dark vision.
Well,
Gave dark vision to Diathos and to Little John.
Zed, John, let's have you guys take the front.
Sounds good to me.
Look at me shot in the back.
I won't shoot you in the back,
I'll be in the middle.
unless you need it.
they'll ask you to turn around first.
Probably.
Take it to the chest like a man.
I would have turned around and catches my butt cheeks. Fling it back at him.
I apologize for how crude the orc is.
I mean, Hane would tell you that she expects nothing less of a orc. There are orcs in the Underdark. She knows what they are.
Yeah. I'm thinking because does the monk can snatch projectiles out of the air? Does it specifically say they have to use their hands?
Generally speaking, why?
Oh no!
That's just saying. I was like, is it actually possible to grow if you were a high level monk?
He catch it in the ass.
You're following the way of cheeks or something like that, I guess.
Anyhow, what do you do? You're not currently in initiative. No enemies.
Yeah. wait for our tanks to start proceeding forward and follow closely behind.
I said, go on my token. Correct.
Your 300 is that dark? Oh, wait, you got 60.
I have 60.
Yeah. Well, you see that it appears to split off in a couple directions.
Yep.
Brandon, you gonna move up there with him?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, he's not. He's gonna let me die. He was gonna do.
And you're able to see a little more clearly, Little John. You can see what appears to be a room filled with fungi.
Floaty.
What kind of fungi?
All kinds.
Well, I definitely can't see it.
I can see it.
Just doesn't mean you start eating it. So.
No, I mean, if he recognizes the certain ones.
That's right.
There don't appear to be any of the very magical ones, but there are plenty of the edible ones.
I don't need you tripping either. Tripping Minotaur, not fun.
It's only if I fall down.
But otherwise, you don't see anything else.
Forward!
There's some mushrooms up there, guys. I'd have brought Lyra up with me.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, what is this?
What
Oh.
is what?
I was trying to click my die.
This just changed color from black to tan.
The border.
Still black for me.
Yeah, no, the border's now gray.
Weird. But yeah, you walk further in, and you can see a 30-foot high chamber that is dimly lit by luminescent lichen. And there are thousands of bones carpeting the floor.
Yeah, I don't like you.
I'm assuming this is dead end.
It appears to be just a room filled with fungi.
Oh, damn it. I don't want to go through.
How tall is this area?
The room with the fungi is 15 feet tall. The next room is 30 feet tall.
I'll get closer into the fungi just to take a look around real quick.
Like I said, lots of edible fungi.
One second, I need a beer back.
But otherwise, just lots of fungi.
Yeah, no. Get back to the party.
But the next room is filled with bone.
I shall float on over to here.
You can see what appears to be a crack in the wall at the bottom that opens into something else. But yes, just a room filled with... And you realize that a lot of the bones look humanoid. From the skulls you can pick out amongst them.
I'm going to relay what I see back to the group. And then I'll float in closer. In. Right there. Slowly going. Just
You don't see anything too different.
I'll maintain hovering.
Still nothing new.
Moving slowly because we're waiting for our tanks to actually walk past the threshold.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
I was blowing my nose. Leave me alone. Damn it. I don't care. Oh, okay.
What do I see south from here?
The room is filled with bones, but there appears to be another cavern way down here. Through a narrow gap in the wall. And there appears to be a decently sized pit in the middle of the room.
There's a hole over here.
Of course.
I'm going to go float above the hole.
Down the hole.
You
Oh,
can't
good boy.
see all the way down the hole.
It's deep.
I look down the hole. Can I see all
can't-
the way down?
No, you can't. It's more than 600 feet deep. But you can see something roughly 30 feet down.
What do we see?
There's something sitting on a small little ledge.
Nuke it.
Yes.
Can I roll perception or something?
You may.
I want to see what I see.
There appears to be a fully intact skeleton sitting on a ledge 30 feet down.
Ooh.
There's a get
Is there
dead guy
anything
down there,
notable?
guys.
notable that we can see about the skeleton?
They appear to be wearing very, very tattered remains of leather armor.
Well, I didn't see any other tunnels to go down. Didn't any of you?
Take your carpet and go check it out. That ledge.
Yeah, I can. I'm gonna do
Alright.
that. I'm gonna go down.
It takes you a few minutes to get down, and you find the skeleton. There's nothing really of note, other than there is a ring on one of the skeleton's bony fingers.
What's the ring look like?
It is
A
a
ring.
ring that it looks like entwined metal with a blue sapphire set in it.
I'm sorry, what was that?
It appears to be... It looks like braids, but it's made of metal, and there's a sapphire set in it.
I'm gonna grab it.
Alright. Well, that's the only thing you find down there.
Alright, well, I'm gonna grab that and I'm gonna head back up.
But you keep heading down.
Yeah, I guess I could go down far. I'm gonna go down far.
You keep going down.
Yes, down and down.
Alright.
Going down there by yourself.
How far are you willing to go down?
How far was that down?
What was that?
How
Went
far was the
60.
ledge?
The ledge
30.
was 30 feet down.
I'll go another 30 feet down to begin with.
You still can't see the bottom.
I'll go another 30.
You still can't see the bottom.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Damn.
back up.
Alright, you come back up, and you have your fancy-looking ring.
Find anything down
Can't
there?
watch it from the hole.
The tunnel goes down quite a ways. I went another. Quite a
Went down
distance.
90 feet, and you could see down 600, so almost 700, and you still couldn't see the bottom.
Only see 300.
Yeah, it's only 300, Joe.
Oh, 300?
Yeah.
Wow. You could only see just under 400, and you couldn't see the bottom.
It's pretty
I
deep
did
hole.
find this ring, though.
Come on, I don't know how deep it is.
I want to do an Arcana check on this ring.
Alright, you can do an Arcana check.
Nope.
Garbage. Completely useless.
Garbage.
That's good, though.
You know what I mean?
What you looking at?
Found this ring. I just showed them the ring holding in my hand.
It's a nice-looking ring.
This hole. Does it
Oh,
look like it was formed by a worm?
No, it's far too small.
I wasn't sure if they have different stages of life, but they just
Well, maybe a small worm.
yeah.
A wormling.
I got it. We can cast light on a rock and drop it. And then we can see how deep it is.
Alright.
I was just waiting for, somebody to say something like, no, that won't work. Like, But yeah.
I don't know much about
Not
this
that it
magic
necessarily
stuff.
wouldn't work. It's just if it's loud down there, like there's a lot of
Yeah, we might
Reverberations?
do that. I mean, I could just go down there by myself and see how deep it actually is.
I mean, almost all of us here can transform into cloud.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I take it you don't need to transfer into the cloud. You just jump down there. If I take a
So
while,
we're just gonna cloud form down there and then uncloud form?
Sure, why not? Never's gonna cloud into a.
Hey!
No. It's an Alaskan bullworm!
No, that's worse than an Alaskan bullworm.
I mean, two of us are currently invisible to that worm.
There's a loud rumbling as suddenly a purple worm bursts out of the ground and then begins traveling away.
Nobody move.
Ooh, I want to try something.
Oh, whoa, can we see everything, Joe? We see everything! Joe, we
What?
see everything!
We don't see everything, we just see a large amount.
But I only deleted.
That's everything.
Don't worry, I was zoomed in most of the way, so I made sure I didn't see most of it. I just saw things were
Saw
suddenly
the
being
word
revealed.
the.
Yeah, well, it didn't reveal much on the map.
What was the word? Oh,
The.
I wasn't paying attention.
Well, a massive purple worm suddenly appears and then heads off in a different direction in the previous room.
We should
And now you
follow
kind of
it.
have a feeling as to why the room might be full of bones.
People enjoyed their visit here so much, they died.
They stayed the night.
Mhm.
Didn't leave the morning.
So, what's our play here?
Well, the worm opened up a passage, so... Perhaps it's more promising than the hole?
Well,
Probably easier to get through than dropping down. I don't know if I could land that one.
Wouldn't have to. You can turn back into a cloud. I realize saying that directly in front of the Draugr who's probably never seen anyone turning themselves into a cloud.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably just thinks we're all weird.
Or never seen a cloud.
You know?
She might not know. She might have never seen a cloud before.
I mean, she knows what fog is, at least. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. Also, it would seem that the worm has opened up a tunnel into another room.
Yay!
Chamber.
Yeah, that's what I...
Purge!
It's still there, though, so I'm a little,
And there it goes right there.
I do
Alright,
think
I can float in ahead.
now is the time for initiative.
Zed, why
Either
do you have
way.
to go running ahead like that?
I am Zed. I'm not afraid of nothing.
You should be afraid of work.
Hey,
It's impossible for me to roll anything higher than 5.
I got 21.
Unless I'm hitting something. Yeah, it'll be amazing when I get to that point where all my rolls for abilities are just automatically 10 or higher.
Wow. That's initiative with advantage.
Oof.
So you
Yeah,
guys
thank-
know.
Alright, now what's the worm gonna be doing?
You don't see the worm anymore.
Well, obviously,
It's right there.
I see it. It's purple.
There shouldn't be a worm there. Is there actually a
There
worm?
is.
There's a worm right
Yeah,
there!
that's what I say. I'm like, I'm concerned about the worm.
There's nothing for me to touch. There's nothing there on my
I
screen.
don't
There's
see a
nothing
worm
there.
at all.
I don't either.
I'll refresh.
You gotta be up here.
There's literally nothing on
I'm
my screen.
refreshing.
It's right there.
Alright, it's gone. It's gone after I refresh.
I think that's a worm.
I see no worm. There's no worm.
Let me
Those
refresh my
worms
page.
essentially move at the speed of a freight train.
So does that.
Yeah. So it doesn't portray it well in tokens. But the worm's like actual size, if I can get to the page. It's 80 feet long.
Okay, all the worms gone. So refresh my page.
Yeah, that worm was literally my broadcast. Yeah. That worm was this long when it went past you.
Big old boy.
Moving at the speed of a freight train. Not, like a bullet train or anything, but it was just like cruising on by. Yeah, we'll get their initiative. Eldet is going to get up here. Zed.
I am my sheet back up. And I'm gonna rage.
He's a raging.
I get to move half my movement.
Start screaming down the tunnels. Ah!
Ah!
Every single word shows up.
Where's my guy? Where's my...
What's even valuable about a purple worm besides the egg? Is there anything of them?
Their teeth can be turned into pretty powerful weapons. The poison that they have is used in, I think, almost exclusively by the drow. They
Me.
eat valuable ore pretty constantly. Not constantly, but
Oh,
generally you
wow.
can find valuable ore.
Their stomach acid is very useful.
Holy crap, the poison is quite worth a lot, yeah.
Yeah, lots about the purple worm is useful.
I'm done.
There's a reason purple worms
Lucas
are
is like money.
I moved into the
Need more money.
into the nesting.
I mean,
Who
Damn,
doesn't
giant.
need more money?
Were
Yeah, stomach acid. If you can get their stinger intact,
ZF. Come on.
it's a good thing I got 20
God.
flasks.
the purple worm can actually do the same thing that clams do, or is it oysters, and make a pearl.
Oh, I'm
Oyster.
sure that is expensive to sail.
Except for it's the size of a purple worm.
That's a
pearl.
big word, pearl.
Aaron, it's your turn.
I'd have a rocking chair made out of a pearl.
Rocking chair made out of a pearl.
I would have skin. Worm.
In this room, you can now see a cavern that is
Oh, I
80
can see
feet high,
before.
and there appear to be strange black gooey clusters suspended throughout the room.
I would assume those are eggs.
Can't tell you.
Anyhow, do you do anything once you're in there, Aaron?
No, I will wait.
Ane is going to wait at the back. She's going to let you guys deal with this.
Coward!
Sister Miriam is going to follow behind him. She wants to protect him. Venick.
I'm gonna move up.
Purple worm.
That's my turn.
Basically, have to play a game of Frogger and get across without being run over by a worm.
You gotta stand your ground.
Well, Lyra is going to follow Little John, so she will wait until he moves. Lucas.
I'll move up here and just keep an eye on the situation.
Diathos.
I'll float forward a little bit.
Trying to limit my movement.
And that's a me.
Althea is going to
Really trying not to die now.
Little John.
The move. That. That will be my turn. Is there anything up there?
Not yet. Except for eggs. Lots of eggs.
Yeah, stuff.
No, the eggs we need.
Do you do
Suppose
anything
we...
else, Little John?
Nope, that's all.
I'll definitely move a little further forward. Dashing. Zed. If you don't take damage or deal damage this turn, you lose your...
I know. How tall is this piece of web right there?
Where are you at?
Down. I'm past this bloody spot.
That one actually comes all the way to ground level.
I'm gonna attack it with my spear.
You're going to cut the webbing.
Yes.
Alright.
I need to do something.
Alright. You can cut at it.
Right? Or just roll the damage then?
Yeah, you just make an attack roll.
I did. Got 25.
Yeah, you definitely roll some damage. You start hacking at the nasty, gooey strands. And it, once it goes loose, it drops down, and now there's like a long strand hanging down this clutch all the way to ground level.
I am done. I used my 40 feet moving to get down there.
Aaron.
Okay, that'll be my turn.
It's gonna move a little further forward. Look in.
Honey, how do you guys typically grab these eggs?
A member of our party will climb up to one of the clutches and cut the eggs loose, and then bring them back down. or I lower them down to someone waiting to get them.
So the worms aren't sensitive to the eggs being dislodged in any way?
Well, if you're not careful about it.
Fair enough. You wouldn't happen to need an egg as some sort of rite of passage, would you?
It is partly why I came out here.
No. Would you yourself like to go up and get one then?
I wouldn't
Or two.
mind.
Or two. True. Very well then.
Sister Miriam is going to wait for Lucas to move up. Venick?
How high up are the egg sacs?
Depends.
Oh.
Different clusters are different elevations.
Or this one over here that I just pinged?
50 feet up.
50 feet up.
And from when I cut it, or
Yeah, it's still staying up there. Just that there's now a
I don't-
strand hanging down. But it's still
Alright,
50 feet
well.
up.
Yep, I'm gonna go right there. And then wait.
Are you at ground level beneath it?
Yeah, I'm on my carpet, just floating over there. Yeah.
Lyra's following Little John. Dashing. Lucas.
Well, so far so good, so I'll move up to there. That'll be me.
Diathos.
So assuming with that wood cutting, it creates a... You said it hangs down so someone can climb up it, I'm assuming.
Yes.
So then I guess I'll wait for Ane to get up there and secure her rite of passage. Though I suppose I'll get closer in case it falls to try and catch it if need be.
Little John.
Hold my action if a worm is going to come by me.
To stop it.
Yep.
You all feel a rumbling and shaking, but it seems rather distant. Velvet dashes into the room with her slow movement speed. I don't like the sound of that. Zed? What you gonna do, Zed?
I'm done.
Alright, just waiting at the bottom with Venick?
Yeah.
Aaron.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here and keep a lookout, basically.
Alright. Hane comes into the room and then gets right up against the wall and tries to call out to everyone. The rumbling. It means a worm is coming.
What do you suggest?
Stop moving and stay out of the middle of the room.
Wow, thanks.
Lies up to be near Lucas. Venick.
Well, I'm gonna fly up 50 feet to be equal with the nest. Or clutch, or whatever it is.
Alright.
I don't know if I...
Is the carpet able to move that far in one turn?
yes, it can move 60 feet.
Okay.
Should I wait to start grabbing one, though? Like, how deeply embedded are they?
You will need to cut them loose.
I will start cutting the closest one to me loose.
Alright. It's going to take 2 minutes.
Didn't you just hear Hannah just not move?
I'm not touching the ground.
Yeah.
Ah, but you're touching something to touch the
I
ground,
won't
aren't
cut
you?
it then.
Make a wisdom check, Venick.
Wisdom. He's good at those.
You would think.
As he fails
Should
most
be.
of them.
Was I wise enough?
Nothing.
Yes, of course. Oh, guys. You can't get better than that. Well, you can, but
But
not normal means.
all you know is it's going to take you 2 minutes to cut one of these loose. So 20 turns.
You can ask Hanai how you normally would remove these.
Yeah.
You ask her?
Well, I'm quite a distance away.
Although, honestly, she did say be quiet. Don't get out of the center of the room. So,
I'm gonna wait for now.
Lyra is trying to play catch up, jogging to catch up to Little John. Lucas?
Well, told not to move, so I'm not moving.
Alright. Diathos.
I'll float back over. That's me.
Althea's gonna stay by Lucas. Little John.
I'm going here to supervise and hold an action again, just in case.
Alright. Well, the rumbling gets louder, and you see another tunnel is created as a worm comes through. That's not what I wanted. There. Wow. It's at the very bottom of the initiative. But
Yay!
it's also 9 o'clock, so we'll start next time with a purple worm in the room.
Dun, dun, dun.